decision. And still, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
Well, no fucking shit.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, what's going on, everyone? I'm Hawk Von Dame. I'm here with my brother, Mr. Get That Work. We back with another episode of the Chin Checkers.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, Playboy.
Cinco de Mayo. I wasn't impressed. Another lackluster performance, and I'm going right in. Not gonna wait. The reason why I say that is because it's Canelo. It's Canelo. But I think this is the new Canelo now, where basically, you know, he dominates a lesser opponent for 12 rounds. He has the power to stop you, but lately, he just, you know, maybe he just doesn't have the same sting on his power.
Remember, he had that hand surgery or arm surgery or whatever surgery. And right after that, I think he fought John Ryder and couldn't stop Ryder. And I think that that's the beginning of the end. That's it. Let's close the book. Let's close the chapter on Canelo. I said I wasn't supporting this pay-per-view. I did not watch. I only checked out the highlights in the morning. Fuck that. I will know, and it's sad to say because this is a boxing podcast. This isn't just a sports podcast. This is a boxing podcast.
Yeah, no, I completely understand because, again, it's the opponent. He picks an opponent that we all knew. So much so, before the fight even actually started, me and my cousin were talking, and he's just like, "Hey, Alexa, who won against the Canelo fight?" And Alexa answers and says, "Canelo won, unanimous decision." And I'm like, "Bro, the fight didn't even start yet." He's like, "Nah, but it's telling me, you know, unanimous decision." I was like, "It didn't start yet. I promise you, it didn't start yet." What happens? Unanimous decision. We all knew. We all knew what was going to happen. It was going to be, like I said, a dominating performance. And, you know, not for nothing, you know, I'm not sure what you thought. So let me ask you first, because I know exactly what came to my head. What did you think about when you see the confrontation before the fight between Oscar and Canelo?
However, I would be remiss if I didn't respond to the man I used to promote. He seems to have trouble remembering who helped him become a true global star. Yes, I've been to rehab several times. Yes, there were some really low points in my life, and yes, there were times that work was not my priority based on my mental health, but that doesn't change the fact that Golden Boy built Canelo Alvarez, period. The company you fought under for decades has always had one name, and it's mine. So put some fucking respect on it.
Escribirle lo que tiene que decir este pinche maricón, cabrón. Tú lo escribes, ¿qué lo escribes, pendejo? Tú no escribes nada, cabrón, tú no haces nada. Tú no haces nada.
Yo lo escribí.
Eres un pendejo, eso es lo que eres.
Eres un baboso.
Eres un pendejo, cabrón, porque estás nomás ahí. Los que hacen todos son los que están detrás de ti. Tú eres un pendejo nomás con la imagen, idiota.
Sí.
Cabrón.
I don't know if, now just me, I don't know if there's real bad blood there. But
It looks like it.
It does look like it, and I'm not sure what it is about Oscar De La Hoya, but he's leaving a trail of bad blood everywhere he goes, man. And truthfully, I'm starting to lose a little bit of respect for him as a promoter.
Okay, so that's what you thought.
Yeah. Where were you going at?
The way my beautiful mind works was that Canelo is really scared of David Benavidez. That man is scared. And I don't like to say that about anybody, but he must be scared of David Benavidez to stop working with PBC or stop fighting their fighters to go over to somebody who you despise. He despises Oscar De La Hoya and work with them.
That's a great point.
You despise him so much. You still decided to go over there and help him get money.
And his response was that is, Oscar, I fuck you.
Yo, David Benavidez is really the boogeyman. Really, you see that? You see this mother right here? He's really the boogeyman.
Yeah.
He really is. Because again, if I hate somebody so much, I promise you, I'm not gonna work with them. Especially if I have the choice. I have the choice.
Why didn't anyone on his team go fuck him up at the end of it? Why didn't no one help him out there? Why did everyone just look at him? You know, it's fucked up, man. But
oh man,
I want to piggyback off yours because I didn't watch the fight. I only watched the highlights. And
okay.
Even if I don't watch something live, I usually go back and analyze the whole fight.
Sure.
Prior to this episode, I said I'm not supporting him. I'm just not supporting anyone that doesn't support this sport anymore. And I want to make myself very clear. The sport is usually in the hands of its faces. The guys, the cash cows, Canelo being one of them. The sport's health depends on these guys, and like Andre Ward said, it's not cool for you to take a bunch of big fights back to back. But like you said, when you're running completely in the opposite direction, where your words don't make sense, your actions don't make sense, it looks like you're just ducking someone. And for a very long time, he's been doing that with a lot of guys.
Yeah. It definitely shows. Somebody who was in attendance who might possibly be his next fight is Berlanga. Berlanga was there. Berlanga was popping a lot of stuff. A lot of people were there. He was popping a lot of stuff against Caleb Plant. They had a little back and forth. A lot of people was in attendance. You know what I'm saying? It's Canelo. It's a Canelo fight. So
that back and forth
I expect that
between Caleb Plant and Berlanga made me feel like it's pretty much set in stone between Berlanga being the next opponent. His constant thing is, what has this guy proven? He said that about Boo Boo. He said that about David Benavidez. Anyone he doesn't want to fight, he goes, what have they proven? What have they done? Yet, we're talking about Berlanga, who, in my opinion, I'm not sure if it's fact, at least off my memory, hasn't beaten any top 10 opponents. So how did he cut to the front of the line where that would... Now, all this is speculation because we don't know if he's the next guy. But doesn't that seem a little... Yeah. You fanboys got to calm down with it. You know what I mean? I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's Canelo. He has a fan club. We already know what it is. So, no matter how much logic that you tell a hardcore Canelo fan, they not trying to hear it. But speaking of hardcore, Tank and Frank Martin, the press conference alone, looked pretty entertaining. It looked pretty entertaining.
So you know where I'm standing on that one. I'm standing 10 toes down
on
Frank Martin for the upset.
Oh, wow.
Frank Martin for the upset.
Okay.
I've been getting a lot of heat about my back and forth with Tank. I mean, you've given it to me a pause. You've let me, came at me where I talk about Tank and stuff. I don't have anything against Tank the fighter. He's another one that is the face of boxing, where the health of this sport depends on those guys. And Tank, as much as he is loved, he's had the opportunity to have a lot of legacy super fights under his belt. He's in complete control of that and hasn't. That's my knock on him. That's it. It's nothing against him, the person. I don't mind him personality, nothing like that. It's just the fighter. A lot of his fights are against smaller opponents. And I don't mean height, just like weight-wise and small guys. You know what I mean? They're tailor-made for him.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree, because even though I do like Tank probably more than you, I do see where you're coming from, where he is at 135, refuses to move up even though he can, and only moves up to fight people who he knows he could beat at a higher weight class, or that he's sure, or he feels more comfortable fighting. He's still at 135, so I'm not really sure who exactly he's waiting for. If it's Lomachenko, or the winner of Lomachenko Kambosa, if it's Shakur Stevenson. I'm not really sure what big fight is for him at 135, but I want to say this right now. No disrespect to any Tank fan or Tank, but if he loses, I don't want to hear weight drain. Do not cry that shit to me, because he chooses to stay at this weight class. So when he takes a L, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
100%. I want to piggyback off that too, because I'm always someone who brings that up. Just because I state, hey, this person looked weight drained, there's nothing wrong with that. There is competitive advantages. And if we agree on the weight, which is 135, there's nothing wrong with that. There's something wrong with us agreeing on 135 and then me showing up 138 and laughing at you. Well, you got to take the fight. That's some sucker shit, just in my opinion.
I hear you. I mean, I don't think that's going to happen with this fight with him and Frank Martin. It seems like a grudge match. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but Tank alluded to, I guess, having one of Frank's current girlfriends in the past.
This is two dogs.
He's from the suburbs.
It's two
He's
dogs.
from the suburbs.
I ain't from no motherfucking
Man, him don't
suburbs.
got nothing in common.
You don't know me.
But
talking
the
about? You
little
sound
female
crazy.
he got.
That's the problem.
But that little female he got, she probably around here somewhere. I'll catch up with her.
Wait, hey,
That little
one
female.
thing. Hey,
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, with that, let's move on.
And look, you know, when you do
I
that,
didn't know this, Playboy.
yeah, when you do that, you know, you got to be careful. I thought that was one of the reasons why you was going for the upset, because, you know, not for nothing, you know, a lot of fights and wars been started over, you know what I'm saying, women, you know. So if you go for the upset, I thought it was based on that. But, you know, the only person right now that comes to mind who's extremely relevant, who does that often, and right now it's not going well for him, is Drake. You know, Kendrick is shitting on Drake's whole life, and he likes to talk about everybody's girl and wife and who you been. I could see the upset, and for me, the reason why I think it'll be a close fight is because I said, and I stated it before, whenever anybody's close to Tank's height, he seems to have a difficult time with that individual. Cruz, Gamboa, he did get Gamboa out of there. It just took him a long time. But usually people closer to his height tend to give him a little problems.
I hope what was it, 164, the 160 Charlo was going through a lot of stuff, man. And I just hope he's all right, man.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, I seen recently he apologized to Caleb Plant with the situation, saying that he basically initiated it and started it. That's why Caleb slapped him. But, you know, mental health is a big thing. We talked about it on, you know, episode with John. Why you laughing, bro? I'm just stating the facts. State the facts. Wow, bro. You know, he did the J. Cole. I'm sorry. My bad. I was wrong. You got it.
I remember Kevin Durant saying it's not cool to be a Nick. Have you lost your fucking mind? There is no other team that will take over another city and make your home court our home court. All the Knicks fans was in Philly screaming, "We took over that arena."
Who said that?
I wasn't paying to go over there, but I'm just saying.
Wait, who said that?
Kevin Durant. He said it was corny to be a Knick. He said it's not cool to be a Knick.
It's not cool to be rich and not fix your goddamn hair. What is he talking about? That shit look wild. The fuck out of here, bro. Like, he's serious?
Yo.
Come on, man.
But I saw an interview with the guy better be knocked out. The guy from across the water. Yardy.
Yo.
And Yardy alluded to better beer failing or alleged steroid stuff too in the interview.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not. You know, that came out his mouth. Anthony Yardy looked that interview up.
Yard. I said yard 3 times, and he keeps saying yardie.
What is it? It's Yardy.
It's yard. It's yard. He keeps saying yardie. Why does he keep saying yardie?
It's Yardy.
Oh, it's yard.
Is it? Get the fuck out of here. I go and eat at Yardy's all the time.
Yo. Oh man, but no, it feels good to be back, my brother.
Yeah, man.